Welcome to episode 14 of the Perrysburg Podcast. I'm your host, Kim Newlove. This is an informational podcast for prospective, new, and current Perrysburg, Ohio residents. We talk about what's in Perrysburg and why people like to live here. You can find the show notes for this episode on perrysburgpodcast.com. If you're new to the show, you may not know that I am an Ohio pharmacist by training. Therefore, I have to stick in my 2 cents on topics that I care about when they come up. I care about medication safety, so I picked Drug Take-Back Day for today's episode. As I publish this on Friday, October 27th, 2023, Drug Take-Back Day is tomorrow, which is Saturday, October 28th. What is Drug Take-Back Day and why should it be important to you, a prospective, new, or current Perrysburg, Ohio resident? Great questions. Drug Take-Back Day is the last Saturday of October and April every year from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Who came up with this Drug Take-Back Day, you're probably wondering? It was the USDEA. That's the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, specifically the Division of Diversion Control. According to their website, which is deadiversion.usdoj.gov, National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day aims to provide a safe, convenient, and responsible means of disposing of prescription drugs while also educating the general public about the potential for abuse of medications. Essentially, this is a reminder twice a year from the United States Drug Enforcement Administration to get rid of the opioids and other commonly abused medications that are just sitting around unused in your medication cabinet. As a mom and a local pharmacist, might I just say this is also a good opportunity to talk to your family members about drugs and alcohol. Kids, aging parents, domestic partners, everyone. Have a difficult and uncomfortable conversation. Drug Take-Back Day gives you an excuse to bring it up. I'm not going to be on my soapbox for long here because I'm just trying to explain the meaning of Drug Take-Back Day. I'm going to read something for you about drug take-back from the DEA's website right now. Here we go. Old, unwanted, and unneeded medications are a public safety issue, too often becoming a gateway to addiction. The majority of opioid addictions start with prescription pills found in medicine cabinets at home. Pharmaceutical drugs can be just as dangerous as street drugs when taken without a prescription or a doctor's supervision. A majority of people who misuse a prescription medication obtained the medication from a family member or friend. DEA's National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day events are one way to dispose of unneeded medications. Beyond Drug Take-Back Day, there are opportunities to regularly and safely dispose of unneeded medications at pharmacies, hospitals, police departments, and businesses working to clean out medicine cabinets throughout the year. For more information on prescription drug abuse, go to these 3 websites. Number 1, DEA.gov. Number 2, GetSmartAboutDrugs.com. And number 3, JustThinkTwice.com. That's the end of the statement from the DEA's website. Now let's talk about why Prescription Drug Take-Back Day should be important to you. Perrysburg is a small community of about 25,000 people, and addiction disorders happen here, just like they do anywhere else. If abusing prescription drugs is a gateway to addiction, like that DEA statement I just read says, let's slam the gate shut so our people have one less way of finding their way to an addiction disorder. I used to work for Arrowhead Behavioral Health. It's a small behavioral health hospital just across the river in Maumee, Ohio. I have seen people addicted to opioids, benzodiazepines, alcohol, and more. It really happens here in Northwest Ohio. I have seen it myself. Let's go through our medicine cabinets. Let's go through them, Perrysburgers, and get rid of all the medications we don't need. We'll also be helping our households avoid medication errors and accidental poisonings. When there is stuff in general that we don't need in our medicine cabinets, medication errors can happen, accidental poisonings can happen too. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Let's be proactive, Perrysburg. Let's clean out our medicine cabinets. The good news is that if you find this episode after Drug Take Back Day, the City of Perrysburg Police and Perrysburg Township Police have drug take-back boxes available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Clean out your expired medications, anything you're no longer using, anything you just don't want anymore, put it in the drug take-back boxes. But please know that the drug take-back boxes here in Perrysburg only take certain items. Think solid pills, tablets, and capsules. Read the disposal box for details. For example, they prefer that you put everything in a Ziploc baggie. They don't want your prescription bottles with the label and your name and address. So pour everything into a Ziploc baggie. They also don't want those blister-packed cards. So you want to pop the pills out of the blister pack, put it in the Ziploc baggie too. Get rid of your medications, but check the take-back box for instructions. Now, the bad news is that for anyone who has an expired EpiPen, old inhalers, cough syrup, eye drops, suppositories, and so on, you cannot drop those off at the Perrysburg Police Departments. So I'm going to refer you to our friends across the river in Maumee, Ohio. They have a great Drug Take Back Day event at the Maumee Police Department on Saturday, October 28th, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can drop off your old EpiPens and other items too. That's where I go. In years past, they've even had students from the University of Toledo College of Pharmacy volunteering there. As a UT grad myself, that makes me proud. Maumee does a great job. They have a drive-through, so when you arrive, just pull on through and a police officer or a student will walk up to your car, take your medications, and you can drive away. Thank you, Maumee Police, for what you do. You have by far the best Drug Take Back Day event that I have ever seen. I've been a pharmacist for 22 years. I drive all the way to Maumee for Drug Take Back Day because it's so good. Sometimes I go to the one at St. Luke's because it's equally as good, but Maumee Police, keep up the good work. I'm not sure if St. Luke's is open because St. Luke's Hospital is closed. Anyways, hopefully now you understand what Drug Take Back Day is, why it's important, and where you can get rid of your prescription medications. OTCs, herbals, and vitamins are also welcome. I care about this community, and I hope that you will dig into your medications today and drop off anything you don't want or need tomorrow, October 28th, 2023. If you have any questions about Drug Take Back Day or Drug Take Back in general, please email me at perrysburgpodcast@gmail.com. That's perrysburgpodcast@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your questions. And if you want to hear more about Drug Take Back or Drug Take Back Day, check out my other podcast, which is The Pharmacist's Voice. You can find that at thepharmacistvoice.com. Episode 249 will be about drug take back. I did a drug disposal quiz in September to prepare my pharmacy people for Drug Take Back Day. You can check out that episode too if you're interested. In that episode, which comes out tomorrow, Saturday, October 28th, I have a panel discussion with the faculty from The Ohio State University's College of Pharmacy and the director of the Generation RX program there, which is a medication safety awareness program. I'll also have some comments from the USDEA and the Central Ohio Poison Center. Thanks for listening to episode 14 of the Perrysburg Podcast. Please visit perrysburgpodcast.com to read the show notes. In the show notes, you'll find links to the DEA Drug Take Back Day, OSU's Generation RX program, the Poison Helpline, Maumee Police, Perrysburg Township Police, City of Perrysburg Police, my email address, and more. If you know someone in Perrysburg who needs to clean out their medicine cabinet, please share this episode with them. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe to or follow the Perrysburg Podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. Thanks for listening today. I'll talk to you next week.